Okay, welcome. So, this video, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the new moon in Aquarius, which is going to be tomorrow. It's going to be on February 1st, 2022. So that would be 9. I believe it's 9. So 2 plus 1 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So this new moon is really going to be an opportunity for independence, an opportunity for getting out of what you know, thinking outside the box, stretching yourself, doing new things. It's also wonderful time to get social, if I didn't say that already. So anyway, I could sit here talking about all the things relating to this new moon, but I want to give you a resource here. So I want to give you a resource. It is this amazing book by an astrologer by the name of Baraka Goldsmith. And this is her book. It's Moon Cycles. It is Get in Tune with the Moon. And an invaluable reference guide to the moon's transits in your chart. So it has a little thing on the back, whether you're brand new to astrology or whether you're very experienced. This book is an invaluable guide keeping you up to date with the cycles of the moon. By knowing where the transiting new moon and full moon fall in your chart, you'll be able to channel your energy more productively and accomplish what you want. So, if it's your finances, your work, or your relationships, you'll find optimal times for making important decisions. So, I just want to show you just the contents page here of what it looks like. And you see it has all of the new moons listed here. And it has all of the full moons listed right here. And so I want to turn to the the new moon in Aquarius, because that's what we're going to be looking at. I'm just going to give you a general overview of what this new moon is about, the themes of it, what is the invitation of it, what is it all about, and questions and things to do during this time as well. And this is not relating to any particular point in time. This is just general. So new moon in Aquarius. So page 87 is where we want to go. Okay, so I'm going to kind of skip around this a little bit. I'm going to kind of just kind of pick out the parts that I think would be best. So it says, the worst thing you can possibly say to an Aquarian, Aquarius sun, moon, rising, let's just say, because of that trio in astrology. The worst thing you can possibly say to an Aquarian is, you look just like someone I know. They hate to be categorized with anyone else, as they are individuals and freedom and therefore one-offs. So Aquarius is that sign that looks at the individual. It looks at the maverick, someone who, goes life, to its own accord. Um, you know, it does not just follow, especially authority. So, in freedom, human rights and expressing your uniqueness. So, don't lump them together. So, in keeping with the energy of Aquarius, it's time to be the unique individual that you are. Think about ways in which you really stand out. And don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Speak what you feel, what you think. Okay. So, it says on a personal level, your friendships and your social and professional contracts may receive extra attention as you look for resources, information, opinions, and new possibilities to try to incorporate into the way that you approach your life. It's a great time for brainstorming, trying new things, branching out, getting out of the box, creating new things. Different ways of viewing something, different ways of thinking about something. To really add, to really enhance your life. So, for coming up with new crazy ideas that are out of the box, they are unconventional. So the new moon in Aquarius is experimental, unique, freedom-loving, adventurous, focused on the dream of tomorrow. Aquarius is a sign that is a lot about the future. What do I want for my future? What would be the best future for humanity? So you may want to do something totally wild and very out of character. Something that breaks the limitations and propels you out of your rut. Get out of your rut. Get out of your funk. Get out of what what you're doing. Try something different that you've never done. So you might find yourself in a situation where being unique and being a rebel is an asset and makes you feel totally liberated. It's an invitation to stand out and to not follow and to be your individual self. So break free of the chains that hold you, take some risks, discard your limited ways behind. Give yourself permission to be completely unconventional and add some spice and zest into your life. So, I'm not going to list to you, that was a very, very good overview. So, be the individual, be the rebel, go out of the box of new ways of thinking, stand out, don't just go along with, the other people and those ideas. Add your own things into it and connect in that sort of social way where you're being, the individual, and you're adding your own things, and also being open to the perspectives, to the ideas, feelings, and thoughts of others as well, which is so important. So, a couple of things to do during the new moon is to learn how to put something together, how to make something new. This applies to electricity, anything in the technology relations. It's a good time also to, you know, amp yourself up in the technology world or the scientific world. Seeing your life from more of an objective, um, bird's eye view, rather than getting caught up in the emotions all the time. So, joining a group and organization with which you share common goals and interests, um, collaborating with others, finding your tribe, connecting in that community way, doing something wild, something totally out of character, dare to be different. You might dress differently, speak differently, do your work in a new way. Um, Find new friends, reach new people. Don't judge them. Being open to them for how they appear. So these are just a couple of the things, and a couple of the questions. Where, um, where in my life am I conforming too much? Am I giving in too much? How can I break out of my routines? How can I contribute to my community? How can I give back? Um, and then, what are the best ways for me to bring out my uniqueness and individuality as well? So, I was just reading this. I did read this before. I'm reading it out loud again. And you can also look at the house where it applies in your natal chart. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what we're looking at here. I don't use these websites as crutches. This is just a certain unique style that I am doing. I added in the book resource because it's the Aquarius new moon. I'm doing something out of the ordinary. So, this is what it says. So, if you've been itching for a celestial clean slate, your wait is over. So, this is a time for fresh new energy. It is a time to birth fresh new ideas. Clear, you know, thinking of new creative, um, innovative ways for something. So, as we know, it's happening on February 1st, and it's the time for new beginnings. All new moons allow us the opportunity to start fresh, to resolve things of the past and set a new intention, whatever that intention may be. So this is on the global scale and in your personal life as well. It's merely an invitation to do this. It's not like, oh, you have to do. No, 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 no. It's not at all. Um, so I just want to touch on the other side of the world because I don't want to completely neglect China because they are having their new year on February the 1st, and they are stepping into the year of the water tiger, which means that at the same time are they going to be roaring and daring and confident and brave, regal, and really looking at, what do you value how do you want to shine in the world? What do you need to question in order to be your own individual self? Yet, with the water, with the emotion, with the softness, with the love to others as well, and doing it in a gentle, kind way, um, with water. So, um, let me see here. So, this is also known as the black moon. So, it is, it says that it is also sandwiched between the direct turn of Venus and Mercury. So this gives the lunation a perfect energetic signature that will help us abandon the past and move into the future with more confidence. This is so big. Aquarius isn't bound to all of the things happening in the world. It wants to innovate. It is a futurist. It is thinking ahead of its time, um, which is so big. We need Aquarians to move us into a new time period in order to keep expanding and growing. It's so important that the sun comes into Aquarius every year. It's so important that we have Aquarians to keep things new, to keep things fresh. So, this is a time again for setting new intentions and stepping into the world and also being confident about what you want to do. So, what do you want to do? This new moon is very social. It's very intellectual. It's a good time, said again, to, detach. And the prayer is really on the future. What do we want for the future? Praying for the future, praying for better technologies, more advanced technologies, world peace, all of these types of things. So very optimistic, very forward moving. It's not stuck in the past. It's changing the world. Aquarius is the individual that wants to change the world. It's the water bearer. Um, y- and it's important that we have those people who stand out and rebel. Maybe more, like there's a beautiful song to dream the impossible dream, and in one of the lyrics, I love this. Um, your march. It went something like, you know, marching into hell for a heavenly cause. Like think of Gandhi. I mean, he rebelled. He went on a protest. I have a video on Martin Luther King Jr. as well, but he protested with the Indians. He led a whole bunch of Indian people um, to the shores of India because of imperialism going on at the time, and these wealthier powers that were in control of so much and restricting their own personal rights and freedoms. Gandhi picked up salt and then, just showed the enemies like this salt is from our sea, from our shore. We have the right to, and so that was big. And Martin Luther King Jr., when he did his I Have a Dream speech and all the protests that he led, it's those who, dare to be different and dare to rebel for something better, for something bigger, um, for something that could have a very positive result and better and advance in the future, not just rebelling for its own sake and then just cutting off from others and you know doing that, but we need those type of people. There's a quote like, a wise woman, or excuse me, a respectful woman, well-behaved woman rarely makes history. Rosa Parks, bus boycott. She refused to give up the seat. Yes, she did go to jail, but what is the benefit? Well, it was stronger than the cost. So, um, where are we giving in so much? Where do we need to say no? And, you know, be the individual. So, forward moving as well. So, showing our independence, showing our authenticity, what we truly feel, what we truly want, believe, think, with the Aquarium Nation asking us to vibrate to the highest potentials collective. Um, so, where are you holding in? Where are you not speaking your truth? Um, so, be you, be who you are, and then, and, you know, don't be afraid to as well. So, is there a side of you that's quirky? Turn your quirks into perks. It's also about self love, self worth, self confidence. Um, you know, you know, having a respect for um, your own quirks, your own personal traits, and things like that. Because Aquarians can feel out of the box. Aquarians can feel like you're sitting at your table over a holiday and over your meal, and you just feel detached. You just feel just out of the box, and um, like you don't fit in, and that lonely feeling can be a sad part about the sign of Aquarius. But at the same token, the promise of the Aquarian is to stand out. So, um, how can you invite the side of you um, in your life? The real side. So coming at it with bravery, courage, conviction, and passion, self confidence in yourself and your talents, gifts, and abilities. So, so it says socializing and brainstorming with others will be at the top of our wants list. So it's also coming together, as I said again, socializing, sharing ideas, collaborating. So progressive changes in our lives can happen now as well. So Aquarius, thinking bigger, it's very, very advanced in terms of its thinking as well. So thinking outside the box, new ideas, new visions, new and different ways of approaching things in life. Tried and true solutions. It says maybe positive, but this is the time to try something else. This is time to expand your palette of knowledge of what you know, and grow and do something out of your comfort zone. Do something that you've never done before. You know, birth something that has never been done or thought of before. Being open to all different perspectives and different things. And where do things feel stale? Where do things feel like, just going through the motions or stagnant or the same? And what needs a little zest and a little, um, you know, freshness and newness as well. So, new solutions, new ideas, and this can be small things as well. This can be, maybe I choose to go in a different order of the things I do at work. Maybe I choose to, um, you know, apply myself more. Just whatever it is, even the small things doesn't have to be this huge thing. So time for innovation and inspiration. Um, and also Aquarius. I just want to say one more thing. Aquarius is all about it's sudden change, sudden flashes of information and ideas that just happen out of the blue. It's like they say, like a strike of lightning. You don't know when lightning is gonna just, you know, strike. It just does, and it's like, wow, I just had this amazing idea. I just had this amazing goal. And, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. This is what I've been thinking of or trying to come up with, maybe something new and unexpected. So take advantage of them. Don't let those bubbles just float away. Take advantage of them and use them to your advantage. Make the most of this. This is an invitation. I'm not dictating you to do this and do this. This is merely, inviting you, and it's up to you whether you want to, what you want to do with it. Because planets don't make things happen. Astrology is not dictatorial. It is merely suggestiatory invitations. So, thank you, and you can get this book. I just thought that I'd read it, and I'm gonna do something out of the box. Going beyond the limited way of thinking, going beyond just making this video, showing you the website, doing the main thing, liberating yourself. And there comes a, healthy detachment and just letting yourself off the hook, allowing yourself to do this and that, which is new. Giving yourself permission and trying it. Oh, I've tried this out. It doesn't work. I'll try something else. Well, now I know. You don't know until you try. So it's about trying new things. Trying new things also. So thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell so that you can get notified about my latest videos. And hit the like button, because I learned that when you do, it sends the video out to more and more people. More and more people will watch and like and subscribe and hit the bell, and thank you. So I highly recommend that you do that. Thank you for watching, and happy new moon in Aquarius, and bye.